The high point for me working on the series has always been working with a group of people who are doing their best work and all together raise the level of everybody's ability.
This show required incredible physical and emotional sacrifice on everybody's part. And when you're all put in that painful position, you bond much closer than what I'll call family. And to say goodbye to those people that you shared this excruciating experience with is difficult.
I'm proud of, so many of the individual shows that we've done.
We're trying to be honest to everything that's come before in the 9 years the show has been on, honest to the characters, to their journey, to their relationship, and we want to answer some questions. The X-Files has always been a show that asks more questions than it answers, but I think in this case we're going to tell, the audience, hopefully satisfy their expectations and tell them why they took this 9-year journey with us. But I think that the thing I'm proudest of is that over the 9 years, there are very few episodes that I would say were failures. Most of them succeeded to some degree, and some of them succeeded beyond my expectations.
No matter how much we tried to be smart, the audience always seemed to be smarter. It became kind of a competition with our viewers to try and be worthy of their intelligence. And I think that's what drove the show. Really, for 9 years, that's what drove us to challenge them, to go to new areas, to come up with new ideas. And that's a very healthy thing for a television show, but also for a writer and a producer, is to always have that pressure.
You and I both know there are forces inside the government now that a man would be foolish to disobey.
If I never missed a day of work, knock wood, in nearly 10 years of doing this. So it was, for me, I will take with me something that you can't buy, which is the experience of working hard for 9 years, basically putting a show on the air.
Mulder, Chris told us to head north. You just got on a road going south.
That's right.
Where are you going?
To see a man about the truth.
I like to think we raise the bar on one-hour dramas. I say that not in the sense of, there's not a lot of good one-hour dramas. Of course there are. There's a lot of great TV on the air. But the X-Files approaches one-hour drama very cinematically. I think our storytelling is as close to movie making as anything on TV. And that's due to Chris, his desire to tell a great, thrilling visual story.
The virus thrived underground in petroleum deposits, in black oil. It has sentience. It can think. It has the ability to communicate, and it communicated with the UFOs.
Some episodes are really bizarre and fun, and other episodes, such as the mythology episodes, I think really affect one's thinking. And that's an incredible thing to do in television.
What about this murder charge?
30 government workers are ready to testify they witnessed Mulder push a military officer to his death.
Killing a man who can't be killed.
This show is an amazing show. I mean, it's a huge pop phenomenon, and it's just I don't think there's ever been anything like it on television. It's certainly something that's, going to be thought of and be part of our culture for a long time. And Chris Carter, he is just a fantastic guy. I've enjoyed working for him immensely. I love this character. I don't think I can say enough about Chris. It's just a fantastic thing that he's created, and I'm so thrilled that I've been a part of it. I'm very grateful.
Run, Monica. Get out of here.
No. The show's ending, I think I have a bittersweet reaction to it. Personally, I was just kind of getting to know Monica Reyes and her relationship with Doggett, and I was excited about the opportunity to explore that and just the pure pleasure of working with this crew and everyone in the cast. But because the X-Files is so much larger of an entity, that I have a great respect for the elegant way in which they're closing their curtain.
Dana.
Oh my God.
I've never had a series I've worked on where I really would get something out of each episode every time I ran it. I'll run these episodes, 15, 20 times sometimes. Very often 3 or 4 or 5 times in the same night prior to delivery. And I don't get tired of it. I always find something interesting about it. It certainly raised the bar as far as the kind of chemistry you can create amongst characters.
I don't think that I had a clear, conscious thought about the chemistry until it started to be brought to my attention. In retrospect, it was a huge aspect of why we stuck together, of why the show continued. You know, people would talk about it early on, and I would think, yeah, well, that's an aspect of it, but that's not, you know, but it's a big aspect. It really is.
Walter, I haven't seen you in such a long time.
That's okay, I'm all right.
One of the things that has been great about working at X-Files has been that from the top on down, there's a commitment to doing a great show every week. I think that attitude pervades everyone. The writers, the producers, the crew, everybody is just absolutely killing themselves to try to do their best work. And I think it shows up on screen.
We'll miss working on an episodic TV show that to me was like doing a major feature every week. And something that I really never got tired of, never got bored with. And my relationship with all the people, which has been so creatively wonderful.
The writers have been great. The writers and producers on the show have been great. The crew has been great, both in Vancouver and down here. And all the actors have been great to work with. It's probably one of the best shows to work on in television because of the openness, because of the creativity. And we have a lot of fun. We get a lot of good work done, but we also have a lot of fun.
Craziness, man. Turn around.
I can't. Why risk perfect happiness, Mulder? Why risk your lives?
Because I need to know the truth.
You already know the truth.
People, the stories, the show itself, it's all gone now, or will be soon. And that's you know, it's been a decade, and it's kind of like, it is like a passing of a generation all of a sudden.
You know, it's been so great being on the show. It's been so much fun. And I think I'm going to cut all my hair off. So I think I'll miss all that.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you just finish draining the little lizard, and then we'll talk.
I'm going to miss these characters in the show and the opportunity to go and tell these little twisted stories every week.
There's always Checkers.
I'd love to work with him again, but I can't play anything any better than what I played.
The degree of fanaticism engendered by the show is remarkable. I mean, we've had some funny incidents where we're filming in Big Bear in the mountains, 100 miles from LA, and I was manning a roadblock at 2 in the morning, literally, like I say, middle of the night, middle of nowhere. And I was standing in for the police officer who had gone to get coffee because he was cold. And this woman walks down the street towards me and she goes, "Excuse me, are you ill?" And I said, "Oh my God, who are you and why do you know my name?" And she goes, "Well, I was just in the area where I'm a fan of the show." And I said, "Yes, but it's the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere. And why do you know my name?" And she goes, "Well, I'm a fan of the show and I've read about you in magazines and whatnot, and I kind of heard your accent and put 2 and 2 together, and I guess I'm right." I said, "Yes, but like I said, it's the middle of the night." And she was a teacher from North Carolina, and it turned out she was there with 9 other people, 9 other women who were just up the road, and they went cooey, and they sort of waved to me.
I'll call a witness, but I would like to do so under protest.
Both the panel's judgments and rulings are sovereign, Mr. Skinner. There is no record.
Excuse me?
I've worked with 2 tremendous crews. Our crew in Vancouver and the crew on this show. To me, they are the true heroes on this show because they work so hard and have given us so much. And they put up with us. I hold them in the highest esteem.
One of the things about our crew that's amazing is that we've all been together now for 4 years. I mean, like 95% of the people have been here and stayed.
When I first came on this show, everybody told me to hold on to my seat. And I never thought I'd get through that first season, and I did. And I got through another one, And it's almost like when people see what we did on this show, people in the industry that know what we had to have gone through to accomplish this episode, they'll say, "How in the hell you do it?" And to us, it was almost second nature, because we've done it. And we're almost immune to the size, scope, attention to detail, and accuracy.
I'm not surprised with anything that they've asked me to come up with, really, because I enjoy my work so much that it's a challenge for me, for them to ask me to do. It's like a magician. Can you do this trick? it's a great thing. Well, yeah, wait, let me pull it out of my sleeve, you know.
It's something that I've been living with for 8 years myself, and it's going to be very strange that it no longer exists.
I think people are going to remember it as a groundbreaking television series that did the most unusual things.
Shoot me, Agent Doggett, if you think it'll make a difference this time. Hey, Chris, it's Adam Baldwin saying thanks for letting me be part of your X-Files family. Thanks for bringing me out here to these ruins, killing me off.
It's an end of an era that's been responsible for, I think, a lot of really interesting challenges as far as TV work is concerned. Everybody on the crew is always almost talking with amazement at the scope and the things that we're able to achieve just because of the vision of the producers and the resources that we're allowed to work with.
People out there notice it, you know? And X-Files based a lot of what it did on the faith that people would notice it, you know? That they'd fill in what was in the shadows, that they'd notice the lighting, that they'd notice the kind of mood generated by, you know, all those people working so hard.
You know, they go through a lot of changes on the show editorially, but it's always to make it better. Sometimes you're just doing changes to do a change, but on this show you're doing it to make it better, and you can get through it because of that. You have a drive to get through it because you're making it a better show.
We've gotten used to doing little features every single week. I don't know that I'll ever get a show that's this good again.
Much as you try to bury it, the truth is out there. Greater than your lies, the truth wants to be known. You will know it. It'll come to you, as it's come to me.
You know, I think it's an impossible task to try and end a television show after 9 years that has so many different threads. I think they did a great job in creating a way to go out that kind of looks back and looks forward at the same time. I'm very proud of the show.
I want to believe that if we listen to what's speaking, it can give us the power to save ourselves.
And we believe the same thing.
Saying goodbye to David and Jillian, Mitch, Robert, and Annabeth were very emotional for me. But saying goodbye to the crew, I remember I turned around and I said, thank you very much. Thanks for 4 great years here in Los Angeles. I love you all very much and I'll miss you. And I choked, you know. It's hard, you know, but it's over with, you know. I can exhale now.
Okay, this is me going, bye, thank you.